Yeah, there's lots to be happy about. Obviously, losing your captain at lock who's been immense, and then Offer on All Black leave, and then with a late injury to Carl, there's some big men lost, against a pretty big pack. So for our young guys to step up and not concede them all tries, pretty impressive. And I thought our scrum held their own as well.
That unheralded, I guess, tight five of yours did pretty well on the day.
Yeah, look, they did. They were against a pretty hardy pack. So it's great. It shows that we're building depth, and to be able to step up on the big stage and perform like that's a real credit to these young guys.
And Sam Knox's performance at halfback, pretty electric.
Yeah, look, he's in good form. He's obviously getting some good ball as well behind a team that's getting some good go forward for him. And I thought TJ stepping up to skipper. I thought he, especially in the second half, I thought his defence was outstanding, his energy. But he's been pretty good for us every week, really, hasn't he?
Just with obviously your attack fired at times and sort of cut them apart, but your defence as well. They didn't score a point in the second half. That's been a bit of a hallmark of your side over the past few weeks.
Yeah, we did. You can see there's a real pride in the line, and more defence probably showed that. And I thought our defence got better in the second half. I thought we were getting off the line a lot better and a lot more intent in the breakdown and tackle. So it's an area we're hanging the hat on, and Tanner's, like I've mentioned, Tanner's doing a really good job in that area, and the guys are thriving there.
Are you happier with the overall performance maybe than a week ago?
Different opposition. It's nice to get a decent performance at home. We haven't played well here in the first two games, so to be able to score 40 odd points and hold them, pretty tight is a pleasing result. And there's a lot of uncertainty going around with the competitions and that, and the distractions and that. So to be able to go out there and put that to the side and sort of put us in a reasonably good position with all that's happening is pleasing as well.
And just on Hoskins, he continues to excel with ball in hand. A couple of his options missing support runners. Is that the only thing he needs to kind of round out?
Yeah, look, he's just dynamic at the moment. It's a luxury to be able to bring Aki off the bench as well and add some more punch. But he's working hard on a lot of aspects of his game. Tom's, around the more defence, around scrumming and line-out work. So, he's developing into a good all-round number 8. And there's always going to be areas to work on. But at the moment, he's doing a great job for us.
Pleased with the way you kept the pressure on as the game was probably done by about 45 minutes or so, but you managed to keep the pressure.
Yeah, we made a lot of subs obviously relatively early. Joe Walsh making his debut straight out of Southland, and it was pleasing, and we're able to get some good minutes in those guys as well, and it didn't dip. We didn't really lose a lot of cohesion, so that's a real pleasing to be able to do. That's really pleasing.
Dalton failed his HIA.
Yeah, he did fail it. So we'll be watching him over next week.
Was that the only sort of main injury?
Yeah, I think it is. Jacob Pearce's hand. So we're watching that one as well.
I think you've gone to the top of the table now momentarily anyway, but just in terms of the competition, there's a big question mark over it. Like all sporting events around the world, how do you approach that uncertainty over the next few days and
I don't know. Weeks? It's some sort of charted territory with everyone, this coronavirus, isn't it? So we'll just plan like we're playing initially, and then when we get told otherwise, we'll sit there and make a plan. But we don't know what to expect. It sort of happened so quickly. Everything's just snowballed really quickly, and a week ago this was never really going to happen. So we'll just take it in our stride like everyone else will have to, and adapt on the go.
Did you have any discussions or talks that something like this could happen and it could actually affect the Super Rugby Comp?
Oh, not really. Like we've been talking about it probably the last 12 hours, really, 24 hours maybe at the most. Once sort of the NBA started shutting down, and that got real then, So the borders have been shut and all sorts. So we'll just be watching the news like everybody else and wait for any information. And we got the Brumbies in a bye. So, who knows what's going to look like next week.
Leon, the government's made a decision that all visitors to New Zealand have to self-isolate for 14 days. That effectively rules out international sport. It's almost certain that the competition's going to shut down now. How much of a shame is that for the way your team's going?
Well, it'll be a huge shame for everybody, A lot of hard work's gone on from every team. So for it to happen would be a huge shame. And we just who knows? There's other ways. Maybe we go internal and play our local derbies for the next month or so and get those out the way and see what happens after that. Who knows? There's other options, I'm sure. But common sense says that they need to do the right thing, get this thing done and dusted. Really.
Yeah, is it a moment in time when sport has to understand that it's
Yeah.
relatively inconsequential?
Yeah, look, it is sport, isn't it? You know, there's other things that obviously are more important. So we'll just do what's right and follow the lead there. And yeah, and like everybody, it'd be disappointing, but it's the right thing as well.
How serious is Carl's calf? His calf?
Yes, his calf. Yeah, look, we're not certain. You know, maybe we'll have to wait to see how he recovers over the next sort of 3 or 4 days. But he'd definitely be unlikely for the next game, and then going into the bye if obviously it went ahead. And the idea is hopefully we'd see him against the Crusaders, but we're not certain of that.
Is Rico showing that this decision to play at centre is probably a good one?
Yeah, I think he's playing nice and physical in midfield. He's carrying hard and defending really well, and the extra bit of speed's always handy everywhere on the park. But he seems to be involved in the games and enjoying it.